I made her a painting of a hot dog, so it was one of the ones that I did first. But then every year I've been commissioning hot dog art for Karen for birthday or Christmas. So we have a small collection of artists' hot dogs at home already.
Now, did some of that go into?
No,
it was all
this
brand
is our
new hot
private
dog
collection at home. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the exclusive hot dogs.
Because design matters. Exclusive. You guys had more synchronicity than any of
93.3, just because design matters on CFMU. What time did you wake up this morning?
I was up at actually 5:30.
Yeah, that's early. I can see why you're tired. And what time did you wake up?
I was up by 6.
That's early. I'm in the same neighborhood, and I'm tired by now. Hot dog show.
Yep.
How many weeks left?
Hot Diggity Dog.
Hot Diggity Dog.
Hot
Yeah,
Diggity Dog
I'm
is
butchering the
up
name here.
That's okay, man. Hot Dog Show, it works. It's about hot dogs, so it doesn't really matter. It was supposed to be fun.
I was referring to the other band as 1, 2, and 3, so like the name thing, you know.
I think we're taking the show down on Sunday, the 28th. I'm not sure if that date's correct, but that's when the show's got to come down at Farside.
Okay.
At B-Side Gallery. Yeah.
Shout out to them. Great spot they've been putting on for people. The show, I loved everything in it.
Yeah, thanks for being a part of it.
Thanks for letting me be a part of it. I snuck my way in there kind of last second.
Don't let anybody know.
Yeah. Now I wanna go through the list. I've got the list right here.
Of all the artists.
Of all the art. Do you know them off the top of your head? We'll quiz you right now.
I know all
I
of them.
could name some people,
yeah,
but
I could probably. But
don't want to miss any
by
people.
memory, it might be kind of tough. I can't. I don't have 46, 47 fingers. So.
Could try.
Yeah. I'll let you read it. How about that?
I'll read it.
Yeah.
That's probably a safer way to go about it. Let's see. The list is here. I'm going to mess up 40 names now. I don't know if I should do this.
You want me to read them?
Yeah, you read these names. You mess up all the
all
names. Oh, it's not even like, I'm going to mess up everything.
Now I got to pronounce names last.
Yeah,
name.
it was the first one.
I don't know how to pronounce. Caroline Murakami, Nathan Carson, Adam Matak, Lockie Reed, Stephen Altina, Andrew McPhail, Joshua Bowler, Jess Hannigan, Scott Hume, Scott Aceman, Jason Lee Rhino, Jennifer Roosevelt, Clear Eyes Collective, Kayla Whitney, Drew Taylor, Shay Chang, Matt Hill. This is the old list. I had to update this one. Deanna Love, Dave O'Connor, Sam Tyson, Lindsay Van Eckelenberg, Anthony Jenkins, Taylor Downs, Sophia Bacco, myself, Professor Hall, Professor Paints, Rob Vino, Tom Penny, Adriel Sebastian Van Vliet, David Trotramus, Kaylin Kowalchuk, Julie Fazuli, Jane and Jeff, J&J Photo Art, Juliana Bernacki, Kyle Stewart, Jill Letton, Carol Wiley, Laura Heaney, Tanya Lucaria, Lane Grenig, I hope I got it right, Lane, I apologize, Tamara Quapich, Paul Allard, Monica McDonald, Paul Elia, Corinne DeShane, Amber Forrest, Brody Campbell, and Tamara Wright.
What's the end count?
You're going to make me count it.
A lot. No, you don't go.
It's like I think we ended up with 46 at the end of it. Yeah.
And right now, you go to Farside, see a hot dog related piece of art.
Yeah.
From every single one of those artists.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
When did you start concocting this plan of this hot dog show?
Well, really, the reason that Karen is here is because she's been the muse of the whole thing. So we've been together for 6 years, and when we got together, one of Karen's favorite pastimes was to...
I like to go to IKEA in Burlington, get a birthday party hot dog, and watch the soap opera unfold in front of me as people try to load stuff into their cars and, see what the outcome is going to be of that trial and tribulations, and enjoy my hot dog while it's happening. So it's
just
great
watching
pastime.
families fall apart and just
Exactly. It's there's couples who are probably close on the verge of divorce at that moment. You've got
thinking the couch is going to save them.
Yeah, they should just be eating a hot dog instead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're watching
right?
everybody else. Yeah.
But you've also got college kids that are getting ready to start a new life, and they're packing up mom's SUV with stuff for their dorm rooms, and you've got little kids who are excited, and so for me it's I don't know, I love the concept of the hot dog. right? And, we were talking about it, to me, a hot dog represents nostalgia and sentiment and the simple joys in life. Like, who doesn't love a birthday party hot dog?
So you say birthday party hot dog. Please explain.
Yeah, so
Birthday party hot dog.
So think in your head, like when you were a kid and you went to a birthday party. I love that your eyes are closed.
Yeah, I'm trying to go there.
And, what
Can
was
you hear that on
served
radio?
was, the cheap hot dogs with the soft Wonder Bread bun. Same ones that they serve at IKEA.
Top slit or
Exactly.
side slit?
Yeah,
Right,
top slit. And
That sounds fancy, the top split
it
bun.
does,
Yeah, it's something
right?
different.
Yeah.
But, so it's a great memory that kind of comes, with, like I said, that really simple joy, summer barbecues, things like that. So, it's a lot of fun. And I think, that's what we had got chatting about. And it's kind of carried us through our relationship in a way.
Right. So the next part of that came in that so every birthday for our immediate family, myself and Karen and her daughter Gwen and her daughter's fiance Shaman, they used to live with us, and my daughter Scarlett, we would do themed birthday parties every year. And especially during COVID, we really put a lot into it because we were to get like 5 of us together in a small apartment. And we just kind of did it up. And one year I did a hot dog themed birthday party for Karen. I made a hot dog shaped birthday cake, hot dogs. I wore like a get up to serve, like a gas station, like a McDonald's old wedge hat, a red apron, and I made her a painting of a hot dog. So I was one of the ones that I did first. But then every year I've been commissioning hot dog art for Karen for birthday or Christmas. So we have a small collection of artists' hot dogs at home already.
Now, did some of that go into?
No,
it was all
this
brand
is our
new hot
private
dog
collection at home. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the exclusive hot dogs. You can't.
Yeah.
Those
So
are not for the
we
public.
joked about it like down the road.
Yeah.
Putting our hot dog collection out there as
Yeah.
a gallery show, and I mean it could be in conjunction maybe with the Hot Diggity Dog Show. And I know a lot of people have expressed interest in seeing it happen again.
Maybe there's an annual Hot Diggity Dog
Right.
Show.
Yeah.
I think hot dogs are at pick the best time to do it. I
Yeah.
feel like they're at peak popularity.
Right.
The hot dog's cool.
This,
right now.
especially
This summer is a specific
specifically.
I'd say 3. I don't know how many years ago there was lots of glizzy gobbler hot dog related jokes, and it feels like all that went away.
Right.
So people are just oh, we love the hot dog.
Yeah.
So it's a good timing.
And so you came into it and just, in a magical connection, but you were drawn to it because you said you've talked about hot dogs many times on your
We've talked
show.
about hot dogs every week for the whole year, at least since last summer.
Right.
Because somebody sent in a question last year and said, "Is a hot dog a sandwich?" And my show's been in disarray since then.
We have had that conversation
have.
many times about that same sort of
Do
thing.
you have a verdict? Because I can't find a verdict. It's just.
I think it's going to be open to everybody's interpretation, like everything else. But
But if you've
it
got
is-
some good
it's-
reasoning,
in my mind, it's a sandwich, right?
Okay.
Because it's meat between
it's a yes.
pieces
It's
of
a
bread.
yes to sandwich.
For me, yes, I would say a hot dog is a sandwich, a very distinct, standalone. But I mean, there's lots of things. I mean, is a taco a sandwich as well too?
That's where people go. They
right?
go. Last 2 bands ago said it's a taco, and a taco is also a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
They said there's 3 food groups: sandwiches, soups, salads.
Dumplings, so too,
See, that's not in either of those.
No.
Is a dumpling a sandwich?
right? No, a dumpling's not a sandwich, but it's a category all onto its
Oh,
own.
you're saying that's one of the
right?
well,
You could,
I would.
you could argue you could categorize a dumpling as a sandwich.
They demanded that there was only 3. They said
Ah.
nothing else, and I was
Really?
like, "What? Just a piece of chicken ingredient?" I don't
Yeah.
know.
All right.
It's a tough one. My argument always goes to just the Subway sandwich. Because people hit me with the bun doesn't open, it's not a sandwich. Subway sandwich, bun connects,
Yeah.
I think that's just for convenience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. The hot
I mean,
dog,
I
the
don't
hot dog
like
was born of convenience, I think.
I don't like a hot dog where the bun is 2 separate halves.
No, I want
That's
it
a pain in the ass
connected.
when that happens, right?
It's way better that way.
Mm.
What about a butterflied hot dog?
Like the whistle dog
You
from.
know, like when it's cut in the middle and cooked open.
Mm-hmm.
You know that one?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Five Guys hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that rank in the hot dog world?
Safety for little kids,
Okay.
so they don't choke on the hot dog.
Yeah, you don't bite one singular piece of hot dog.
Exactly. Yeah.
From a food preparation standpoint, I mean, you can start getting melted cheese and stuff in it, but
Mhm.
I mean, you like it boiled, you like it on a roller, Do you like it on
Like the barbecue?
barbecue, right?
What about the microwave? How do you feel about the microwave hot dog?
That's a last ditch effort, I think. You know, like the 2 a.m. if you're out
Yeah,
having
yeah.
drinks and come home. But
Yeah, happens quick.
I've
you
been
know?
there. I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the go-to, but it's an option
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
I've seen nothing but how you like your hot dog. What goes on the hot dog?
Just mustard.
Just mustard.
Pretty much just mustard. Occasionally a pickle. I had one at Harvey's
Oh,
recently. It was
pickle.
like mustard and like their pickles.
Mhm.
A nice long slice. Fantastic.
I always feel pressure to Harvey's to put more on my hot dog than I
you
want.
have so many
Because like, with a
options.
burger, you just put it on, and they're like, "What else?" I'm like, "Oh, that's it. That's I
But I've
decided
had some
already."
fantastic hot dogs that I've had like all kinds of like cheese and mayonnaise and all kinds of things.
What about
But
Chicago dog?
I love chili dogs.
chili dog.
Chili cheese dog, you know, Chicago style.
Have you
yeah.
had the Chicago one?
Yeah.
I haven't had it yet. I was at the airport, almost had it, didn't do it. Settled for McDonald's, but what are you gonna do?
No.
A&W just re-added a hot dog. Did you had
Their
it?
whistle dog.
Yeah.
Did you have
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. It was okay. I prefer the Harvey's dog
Yeah,
better
yeah.
to the A&W one, right?
All right,
Yeah.
I like it. Well, the spider dog you mentioned.
The spider dogs, they're fun, but they can be kind of weird.
It's a
You
little
know?
crunchy.
Yeah. You
Tend to
know.
wreck them. Maybe I cook it too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, out of the hot dog gallery, it's like children. You don't want to pick a favorite.
But you're gonna make us do
You
it.
should
right?
pick a favorite.
It's really bad. I feel this is a bad spot for me to be in since I curated the show.
100%.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a top 3.
Yeah, I'll give you a top 3.
Yeah.
Jill Letton.
Okay. What do you look like?
Probably
Give me
say
a-
that. I mean, I'll go out on a limb and say that Jill Letton's painting was a favorite of mine. I just really.
I know all
really-
of them
I
in my
really
head.
love Jill's painting.
But I don't know the artist's name in my head, so would give me
Jill
describe it a
Jill
little
did
bit.
the one that was on the right hand side of the gallery. Had that very like retro '50s feel to it. It looked like collage, but it was painting. It was like a blue background up on the right hand
I
side.
think I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm
Yeah.
gonna edit it into this footage for people who don't know, but I
Yeah.
believe I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna pull it up without looking at the name. Now you go ahead into the next one.
And then my bud Tanya Lucaria, who you contacted, who put you in touch with me.
Exactly.
Tanya does a really great abstract. She has a very, very busy practice. She's everywhere involved.
Yeah, she's involved in a lot for sure.
But she seemed apprehensive about being in on the show. And
Oh, okay.
I don't think that she felt like this was in her wheelhouse. And her submission was incredible.
It was fantastic.
And
I
yeah.
like the little touch of like the mustard on the fingertips
Exactly.
of it. That was
yeah,
great.
Yeah,
it's
just
nice
it was very moved when I saw it. So I really appreciate that entry.
All right, there's top 2.
Yeah, one more, eh? So I think I'm gonna go with my coworker Deanna Love.
Okay.
Again, she has a particular style. She tattoos, but she does these incredible paintings, very figurative and stuff. But she came up with the Ghosts of Glizzy's Past. It's the wiener that's very cartoony almost in a way, but it's chained to the ketchup and mustard bottles.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
And that one was just, it was like a step outside of what I've seen her do, and just really well executed.
Ooh. Well, I purchased Paul Allard's. I
Okay.
bought that one.
What's it look like?
So that was had the Costco and the IKEA
Yep, I know
trademark
which one you're talking
symbols
about.
in
Yep.
it. So, you know, for me, like I said, that was very telling of kind of where this whole thing has
Yeah.
started with the
Speaking your hot dog language with that one,
Exactly.
right?
So I purchased that one actually. So that one will join our personal hot dog collection. Jen's, of course, was amazing and fantastic. I think I like stood in front of Jen's and for quite some time, and I can't believe it's not. It's a painting. I can't believe it. I should get closer.
Jill?
Or Jill.
Jill's, yeah,
Jill.
sorry,
My
Jill's,
apologies.
yep.
Yeah, Jill. And who did the hot dog in the patio chair?
Oh, David Trotchman was
David
that.
That was a good one, too.
Yeah.
That one.
That
Just
guy
as,
is
like-
he is such an incredible artist, multimedia, you know, and another surprise to me because he had done a show at the Paul Elia Gallery a few years ago, and he did these laser cut like lucite
food or
plastic.
Okay.
I mean, I know I'm not getting this correct, but he
Yeah.
had cut out these like made these little like 2-dimensional cutout food things out of plastic that he had set up everywhere.
Yeah.
And I thought he would end up doing something like that with a hot dog, but he did this digital digital prints.
So that was a digital rendering of that hot dog?
Digital rendering they made. Yeah,
with a lot of them, I'm like, I can't tell if it's a photo or a painting or, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of range in it. Like,
and lanes as well.
Lane,
Very
I was
big
gonna say
standard, like
lanes,
the technical precision behind that one. So it's a photopolymer gravure printing. So he transfers the photo onto this like specially treated sheet.
Okay.
And then he makes the print off of it. So Lane's a print master at Smokestack Studio, and so he transferred the image, and it comes out with that sort of sepia tone look to it. So it's like a transfer of the photo, but he hand painted the mustard and the little people that are on top of it, and you can't tell that it was hand painted. It looks like a color.
I wasn't sure which one you're talking about. He said the little people. Yeah,
Right.
that's. I thought it was little people. Like, I thought somebody made little people.
I mean, he was on the photo. He put the people on the hot dog and took the photo.
Oh, okay.
Transferred, but he hand painted everything, so it
like
looks like a
colored
color
in.
photograph, but it's actually painted on top of the photograph.
Yeah, that was really well done.
On top of the print. My apologies, but yeah.
And I like how there's like lots of like silly ideas to go with hot dog, but then like the execution on it is at like such a high level. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like there
yeah.
was one with all the hot dogs coming out of the person's mouth.
Yeah, Jason Lee Rhino's piece. Yeah.
Do you know them off? I can name more hot dog pieces. Do you know who did it?
Yeah, absolutely. If you
You
show
passed
me,
the test?
if you want to show me the photo, I can tell you exactly. I mean,
I
I
think
know
you should
who
have
did
to
it,
take
right?
my description. What about the one where it's the cut hot dog or the bit hot dog? You're seeing it at the end.
Amber Forrest done in pen and ink.
See, I'm gonna do bad descriptions. You're still gonna get it. All right. We'll put you to the test.
She's
here.
another. Yeah, everybody that made submissions, incredible artists.
They all got the assignment. They
Yeah.
understood it
Yeah.
very, very well. And I think they all had a lot of fun with it, and it, was something that was a little bit maybe different, from what they had been doing commercially or, up till now. And there was just such a positive response and people wanting to be involved and people, wanting to share and really kind of grabbed hold of this idea and kind of, it could be very simple, it could be very elaborate, and just really went in huge directions, and it was fantastic.
I think you nailed like perfect timing for it too, right? Like I felt like it's right the start of summer Supercross, like June happened too, but it was just like a nice timing for it to happen.
Yeah, everything really came together, not intentionally that way, but
just worked out nice.
really well. Yeah.
Now, summer hot dogs cart. What's it called? Summer hot dogs.
Oh my God.
It's called summer hot dog. Good hot dogs. I
I
call it the Supercrawl hot dog cart, but
Yeah, summertime dog,
Summer
dog,
something dog.
Summer, yeah.
good hot dogs.
I apologize, Stacy. I'm sorry.
We know you for your hot dogs, not for your name.
Yeah, she runs the hot dog cart.
Hot Dog
in-
Summers.
Hot Dog Summers. Thank
There we
you.
go.
She's been running the cart in the alleyway between Architect Hair Design and the business between them
Mm-hmm.
on the weekends for like art crawls and stuff for the last couple summers, I believe.
That used to be my one main stop when it came to art crawl. I was like, all right, I'm gonna set up, do my thing. I'm gonna walk down, get a hot dog, check out what I can on the walk there and back,
Yeah.
and then work my booth of what
feel
I'm
really
doing.
bad
Right?
because the first time I had one of her dogs was at the show. And
Oh,
I work
okay.
just down the street at Great Harbor Tattoo, and I'm always like, I got to get down there and get a hot dog, but I never seem to get the time.
It was
make
meant
the
to be.
time.
That's the time for you to try that at the hot dog
so
show.
it worked out. So Rachel Conduit from Farside, when we first discussed running a show there, she said we should get a hot dog vendor, and she
Mm-hmm.
reached out to Stacy and got Stacy in. And
That became a big question as I was like promoting the show. People were like, "Is there gonna be hot dogs?"
yeah.
And I was like, "Come and find out." At that
Yeah.
time, I had no idea. I was like, "You're gonna see a hot dog either way." I was like,
Now
"That's
I know
not
like
the point."
Farside normally has a hot dog.
Yeah, they do
on
their
the
own,
menu,
but that might have been too much
nachos,
demand of
but-
hot dog for them. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. What about the purple? You familiar with the purple?
I'm familiar with the purple.
You like the purple?
The purple.
Do you like the purple?
I do. It's it's an alcohol, and I don't know where it comes from, but it's like unsweetened purple Kool-Aid, but it's alcohol.
I didn't know the information behind the scenes about this purple.
Have you had the purple?
I've had the purple.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this
I
be a
mean,
terrible
that's
time
that was
for you to be
my-
like, I don't like the purple? It'd be the worst time.
Yeah, no. I enjoyed it. I mean, the first time I experienced it was actually at Kyle Stewart and Dave O'Connor, who were both in the show. They did a show together a couple months ago at Kyle's studio, which is just off of Cumberland.
Okay.
And they did a little show. And
So where they both
also-
collaborated back and forth on the
Yeah,
pieces?
they did pieces
yeah,
together.
I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
And they had a little studio gallery show there, the two of them, and they also had hot dogs on a barbecue. and they had a keg of the purple there that I'm sure they got through Rachel at Farside. But that was the first time I experienced purple, and yeah,
Purple fan.
enjoyed it.
Hot dog fan, purple fan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who drinks more Dr. Peppers?
Neither of us drink Dr. Pepper. Probably me, because I'd probably.
Like I've
maybe.
had one Dr. Pepper.
I've had one and one or two maybe in the last. Diet Dr. Pepper probably.
Yeah,
I usually
I
drink a
don't
lot of
remember
full
the
sugar.
last time I had a Dr. Pepper. Maybe
Good question though. Yeah.
They've
Very-
beat out Pepsi.
Maybe it's time we go and have Dr. Pepper.
I think
Yeah.
so.
You had a purple, now try Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, just revisit it. Yeah.
Dr. Pepper is the number 2 pop in the world.
No kidding.
Yeah. Bumped out
Never have
Pepsi.
thought that.
No,
I
me
would have
either.
thought it was like Mountain Dew, Electric Viper, or whatever that was.
So many
you know?
things. Never would have guessed. I think it's because there's not as many competitions for Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Something like
It's not. It's not quite a cola, right? It's like off to the side.
Yeah,
Like
we-
Pepsi.
it doesn't count, I guess. I read some tweet, which is probably a lie, that it's not a pop. It becomes the sandwich thing, like a hot dog is its own thing. Dr. Pepper is its own drink. It
It's
doesn't.
not a soda.
Apparently not.
It's
Just, I
a
think.
carbonated beverage.
Ask me how much research I did on this. None. It doesn't have caffeine though. I know that to be true.
Okay. That's
I
good to
did
know.
just as much research on that.
Now I do want a Dr. Pepper.
Yes, he.
Where does Brio sit in this whole
I was going to
conversation?
bring that up.
Mm.
Yeah, Briochinoto.
I don't know.
You had one of those? The Italian soda?
I was about to say Italian
Italian
soda.
cola.
I maybe have like, oh, it's the cola one.
It's the one that it tastes kind of like Jägermeister.
I think I've tried it before, but I haven't like
Brio.
haven't indulged
Briochinoto,
and had
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's like a cola, but it's got like an herbal flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it rank over on that side of the board here?
For
get-
me, that's a nostalgia one from
Oh, okay.
you know, growing up. I had some Italian friends when I was younger, and I
Yeah.
would go over and Nona would stuff me with pasta, and they'd give me a Brio.
It's a good
so,
combo.
You know, I remember we had next door neighbors for a while were Italian as well, so I'd get Brios for them. But
Yeah. Me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You brought it up. You must
I
like it.
did.
Yeah.
I do like Brio very much. But, I mean, I grew up in Nova Scotia in a really small little place, and, you know, weren't really exposed to Brio. I'm sure it was there, but we
Mhm.
didn't have it growing up. So it wasn't until I moved to Ontario, and it was probably like pizza with a crappy square slice and a can of Brio, and it was fantastic. I would put it in that same category as Dr.
Pepper?
Pepper.
That
you know.
neighborhood.
It's not quite a cola. You know, there's something different. It's fuzzy and fizzy, but, you know, is it a soda? Is it a,
Something else.
you know, is it a cola? Is it a herbal tonic? I don't know.
You said Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
What are the hot dogs like in Nova Scotia?
They're quite delicious. They
What are
are.
any differences?
Well, I mean, I think with some great, fresh, you know, salty sea air mixed in there, I think the hot dogs,
It's
you
seeped
know.
into the buns maybe a little bit.
Exactly, yeah.
Can't escape it.
No, not at all. So again, it's, you know, it's that whole summertime thing, right?
Pork hot
On the
dog, though.
barbecue.
Pork hot dog?
pork hot dog.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think
Yes.
the birthday party hot dog thing is like the pork.
It is.
Right.
They're a little bit.
So
yeah.
you get an
No.
argument of like who, you know, pork
Which
or
hot
all
dog?
beef or blend or chicken wiener.
I feel like the one I have most is pork, but I think I'm not picking. Like, I'm not getting a say in this.
Like you go to Costco, the Costco dog's an all beef hot dog.
But summer hot dogs, pork.
I think
Maybe?
I can't remember what she said. Maybe they had
That's where I'm getting a majority of my hot dogs, to be honest. It isn't that off. Them and Five Guys. I don't know what Five Guys got going on
I've
in their
never
hot
had a
dog.
dog at Five Guys. I
Me
always go
either.
for the burger when you're
It's
there.
the like cut open one. And there's
Mhm.
not too many places to have that, and I
Right,
like
split
it.
the dog and then
Yeah.
grill it.
So I'm a sucker for that. I
Yeah.
just go for that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I want it. I'm about to
Yeah.
go today.
There's more hot dog surface area for condiments and,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I feel you get more hot dog. It feels like you get like 2 bites
yeah.
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
split.
I would agree. You know.
There was a
I'm gonna have to put a little quick plug in here for
Do it.
Wildcat Tavern on Barton. Have you been there?
haven't been there.
Have you? So I've been there once to have drinks. I haven't been there for hot dogs, but Laura Heaney's submission was the really dark
I know what you're
pencil
talking
crayon
about. Was it
rendering of
those the
People's Holy
owners?
Dog, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like that
don't
one.
remember the owners' names. They were at the show, but
Yeah.
they have like a signature dog every week, and that's their thing. They have like
They did the hot dog eating competition not too long ago.
yeah, that's right, yeah, Wildcat Tavern. Yeah.
I was setting people. Shout out Wildcat.
Wildcat Tavern, I think it's Tavern.
Yeah, Wildcat Tavern.
Yeah.
Meant no harm. But I think for the hot dog eating competition, it was only $10 to sign up.
Yeah.
So I was like, you could run a hot dog stand. I was like, hot dogs gonna cost you more than $10 for 2 hot dogs.
Right.
You sign up, get a couple hot dogs.
You don't have to really
You're a
win,
winner.
You're just there
I'm just there for hot
Take
dogs.
advantage of the situation. Yeah.
So I was promoting that for a little while. I'm not sure if anyone took advantage of it. I'll have to get down there and apologize.
Maybe you'll be banned from sport.
Yeah, I'll
sport
get there.
hot dog eating
They'll be
now.
like, you are a cheater and you just want cheap hot dogs.
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trump's ear.
Trump's ear.
Oh man, hot button topic. I heard you put that one on the last guys.
I gotta stop letting people sit out here.
I don't know. I don't know what to believe with U.S. politics anymore, whether that was staged or what, But
Can't call it.
my favorite thing is like all the memes making making fun of it with the piercing, and then I'm gonna look like an idiot right now because I'm like trying to remember the artist, Van Gogh.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was good.
Cut
That was
his ear off. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I like the spoof on that. But,
Lots of good.
yeah. Whether or not it's true,
Joe Biden is from the same place they shot The Office, which is called Syracuse. I don't know.
Oh, did they shoot it in Syracuse?
Or like take places. No, The Office takes place in this place.
Oh, Dunder Mifflin's in Scranton.
Scranton. Best hot dog I ever had.
In Scranton.
Scranton. They have 2 hot dog diners there that are like set like it's like the 1950s or something. One's like baseball themed, but they do it open like that.
Yeah.
And it's my favorite hot dog ever.
Yeah. The amount of hot dog stuff that I'm getting on Instagram now, especially with the hot dog.
You've ruined your algorithm.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, but you get all these like places, and we're foodies. We enjoy going and eating and like trying different things and supporting local small businesses and hot dog carts especially. But just the number of places that are out there that are like doing like gourmet hot dogs or burgers, and they've got their little thing, or the diners that have been around forever doing these hot dogs that way for however long, right? And
This was like both places setting was like it was nothing had changed. So you got to put that on the list.
Yeah.
Syracuse, Scranton.
Scranton, PA.
Can't remember
Syracuse
names.
is in New York.
I keep trying to convince the next person I go to New York with that we need to drive because I want to get a hot dog there.
Yeah.
And I haven't worked it out yet, but I want a hot dog from there.
Fantastic. Destination food, right?
It's true.
So
Yeah.
good,
Making your
Best way to
travel
travel.
about getting one hot dog is tough to convince people, but I'm gonna work it out. It's gonna
You
happen.
could make it a journey. You could just like maybe blaze the hot dog trail on the way down.
I think I'm gonna have to like lie to them and say I need something else from there. Like, oh, well, we're here.
Get a hot
I
dog.
might as well get a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's a good trick,
Yeah.
an honest trick.
Yeah.
Now you already gave me the list of other hot dog related people I should have on the show. Who else should I have on the show that you think I may not have had?
So
Unrelated to the hot dog show.
who did-
Just from the city.
Oh, okay. Did you get anybody from the hot dog show on?
They haven't been on yet, but it's
You're working on
working
okay.
it out.
Somebody from the city you could have on the show in the art
That
community.
you think should be on the show.
Wow.
Anybody. Doesn't need art community. It could just be a person in
Okay,
it that needs an interview.
Interesting.
One of your tattoo buddies.
My tattoo buddies, yeah. I mean, one of the guys from the shop. I might say potentially Tom Penny, the guy that co-owns Grey Harbor.
Okay.
He's born and bred in Hamilton, and he's got some great stories about Hamilton and coming up and tattooing here.
I like that. I'm trying to
Yeah.
branch out more Hamilton stuff.
Hamilton-esque. Yeah, Hamilton
And beyond me just chasing people down in the DM, I'm like, let me get recommendations now, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tommy would be a good one to go with, I think. Yeah.
Now, how would you describe the hot dog show to someone who doesn't know anything about it?
It's an art show celebrating the hot dog. It's a joyful, fun experience. If you love hot dogs, then they'll love the appreciation and the commitment that everybody's put into their love for the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people that were involved were just so on fire about being involved and so invested in the show. You know, people were done way early from the deadline, which is unheard of with artists usually.
Yeah.
Usually everybody's like,
We were talking
skating
today.
in.
You said half needed to submit on the last day or something like that close.
We
just
had-
lied
I
to
had
make
a
me
few
feel better?
stragglers that weren't in the deadline. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that happens.
Yeah.
You know, we hung the show up, installed it on the Monday and before the show, and we were putting a couple pieces on like
Afterwards.
afterwards.
Because you're like, I don't want to not having the show. Try to
You know,
give people a
have
hard deadline,
lives
but
and
yeah.
things happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I tried to be like high-handed about it and be like, the deadline's Sunday and that's it. But just to get that. Fire.
Sure worked a little bit. You got a couple people.
Yeah.
Now the piece that had the piece that had the condiment dripping onto the floor the night of the show.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Was that always in the plan?
No, okay, you got a really polarizing subject here between the two of us.
Oh, okay.
I
found my topic. No.
Do you want to go first? I know.
No, you go first.
So
Excuse me.
it was a little later in the opening reception, and there's a commotion, and I'm inside the gallery space, and I turn around, and this hooded figure grabs the painting off of the wall, throws it on the ground, and I'm behind them, and people were like going to move them, and some people kind of like push people away, and there's video footage of me kind of like coming up and looking at the person's face, and I was like, okay, and I backed off, and they just pulled out a ketchup and mustard bottle and just hosed it down.
Huh.
So I guess I'm kind of ruining the staged mystique of it.
It's an anonymous figure. We
An
could leave
anonymous figure,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you feel about this? As you said, it was a divisive.
She's gonna try to be really diplomatic about this right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I felt like it was overperformed and overdone. I feel like
okay.
there's a lot of this kind of overperformed theatrics that are there just for the Instagram hits kind of thing
okay,
and
yeah.
the likes. I didn't find it was original or that it, I mean, I love art. I love all kinds of art. I love performative art. I love contemporary art. I love traditional art. And if you were to, come to our home, it looks like a gallery space. And it is, it's this compilation and curated, setting of tons of different art. And I can certainly appreciate, anybody's kind of stance or point or kind of where they're trying to come from. I just felt like this was just performance for performance
So
sake.
leave your extra toppings at home. No.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and like I said, I mean, if there was a point to be made, absolutely make the point, but do it in a way that 20 other people haven't done before you. And my fear,
And it wasn't a protest against Big Oil or Big Pharma or anything. So.
Or like,
No.
what's in the hot dog?
Yeah.
I wrote, is a hot dog a sandwich? Because that's in my question of the year. I was going to write something about, I just want to know what's going in my mouth. But then I felt like it was anti-hot dog. And I was like, no, we're not anti-hot dog.
Yeah.
Because that used to be the thing of people being like, oh, hot dog, what's in it?
Yeah.
And I feel like that
Pig's
conversation.
lips and buttholes.
Yeah, people are like,
You know.
they're like, I don't care. It's a hot dog. I love it.
It's another one of so many of those things that have just taken something so simple like that and made it such a horrible thing to eat or do, right? They've just vilified it.
See how I thought the piece happened? I thought they just like had the canvas on the wall and added the toppings to it, and it's
No,
like
it was
a whole thing.
It was a performed
Okay.
desecration,
Well, I'm glad I asked because now
Yeah.
it's a different. I just thought it was something else.
and then it
No.
got hung back up on the wall and it dripped onto the floor and it left
Yeah.
to cure.
I thought, I thought it was like installed like that, and then when I was there, because I just saw photos of it online Friday, I wasn't able to come out, or Thursday, and then when I made it out Friday after art crawl, I saw there was nothing on the ground. And I was like, I was like, did someone eat this sketch? What happened? Where'd it go?
I tried to clean it up.
Yeah.
I hung it back on the wall myself. We had to shift
Oh,
the
okay.
art around so it didn't drip on the stuff below it.
Did they just abandon it on? Oh, you had to move spots. That makes sense.
Yeah, we had to move it because it was hung above somebody else's piece, and we didn't want it to drip onto that, so we hung it on the wall on the other side, switched it with Kyle Stewart's piece,
Yeah.
and they just let it drip. I think the drip got cleaned up off the floor. I was going to clean it, but the owner of the bar, Rachel,
Yeah.
told me to leave it, that it was an art
Deal with this
piece.
hot
and
dog
just
vandal
leave it.
later.
Yeah,
They were trying to be the Banksy of hot dogs, or something.
Maybe.
something like that. Yeah.
Maybe. You're like, we're not giving them that title. No.
Yeah.
We'll move on from the hot dog
All right.
catastrophe.
The incident,
How can I keep
yeah.
hyping it up?
Yeah.
There was a table. I didn't get a chance to take a good look at some of the things. There was a beer can with a hot dog on it, or something of that.
Yeah, so that the one in the corner that was in the display case was
Yeah.
my coworker Sophia Baco's piece, and she tattooed a chunk of pig skin and then put it into a suspension solution in a jar, and then put it in the shadow box.
That's cool.
Her boyfriend Nick does I can't remember the name of his Instagram account, but he does diaphanization.
Yeah.
So he takes insects and stuff and makes them transparent, and then suspends them in liquid and puts them in jars, and he sells them at tattoo conventions, at flea market,
Yeah. It's like a perfect
craft
pairing of their
markets.
two skills. Right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like
I think that's what it ended up being. Was it? She worked on that premise. Yeah.
no, that's really cool. Is there any other piece you think need honorable mention of the list of?
It's like Paul Helios.
Paul Elia, yeah. So Paul Elia is he's another artist, and he's very well known for.
He's got the gallery. Loves gallery space.
Paul Elia Gallery. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Paul Elia Gallery is no longer a gallery space now.
Oh well, that was not a good setup on my part.
So but I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
If we've got time.
We got time.
So Paul and his partner Paul live. They own the building on Cannon Street, right near Ottawa.
Yeah.
And they had bought it, and it's sort of this industrial with a residential thing up top.
Yeah.
And they turned it into a gallery space, and it was supposed to be Paul's studio. But Paul's very well known in Toronto and Hamilton for his digital enhancements of landscapes, where he makes like these very long panoramic shots and digitally illustrates with them.
Okay.
So he's done a lot of like Toronto scenes and Hamilton scenes. He's very well known for that. And then he started. It was going to be his gallery studio space for himself, and then somehow he ended up doing these shows for like letting other people do shows, and it just kind of snowballed. And then there was a couple of shows like there every year, and people were running shows there, and he was running them with them, and Paul just got burnt out on I don't think he intended to be a gallerist when he set out to do it.
Yeah,
That
that's tough.
consumed his time.
Now you're just like
he
an
couldn't do his own
event
thing.
space manager, and then
Yeah.
that's not what you're.
So we invited Paul. Paul's done wonders for me personally. I've done a few shows at his solo, personal shows, and he's been a big supporter of me. And so I invited him to do the show, and his submission was another one of those unexpected submissions, because his body of work is mostly buildings and digital illustration that way. He had this very can I say homoerotic?
Yeah.
The black and white one in the corner where there's somebody feeding a hot dog to the figure.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the ones that stood out to me as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Paul's piece. So that was honorable mentions for that one because another unexpected gem. Paul went in a direction that I wasn't expecting.
I think the show really allowed artists the freedom to kind of explore stuff, and a lot of artists, of course, you want to be commercially viable, you want to make a living from it, and you kind of get into, a little niche of what people want to purchase and
want
hang
from
up in
you
their
and-
living room.
Mhm.
And, I mean, you can speak to that as well, too, with the work that you have at the AGH right now.
Yeah. Plug.
Yeah.
Right?
It's called Hamilton is High. No.
High on Hamilton.
High on Hamilton.
Close.
That was it.
Yeah.
Maybe I was making a joke.
I was asked if that was a drug,
That was like an
drug
unintentional
reference.
joke. That wasn't even.
They asked me if it was a drug reference when I proposed the show. I was like, absolutely not.
No, it's got skies and
Yeah.
birds, and it
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense,
why.
right? Yeah.
That's right.
It's not
Wink,
an
wink.
illusion.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
But, like I said, so, artists who want to make a living and, you find your little space where it's commercially viable and people are going to hang your work in their office or in their living room.
And pay for it. It's an
And
important
I think it kind of
variable, right?
pigeonholes
Yeah.
holds people, you know? And so a show like this allows that artist to have the freedom back again to explore other avenues and other things that they're interested in, you know, and like I said, I think that's why people really gravitated towards it and why they, like I said, they got the assignment, you know, and they just were so excited. And, you know, the stuff that they came back with was, I think, beyond what either of us ever anticipated or expected, and so fantastic to see.
It's like Americana, like core, like culture stuff. I don't know where hot dog started, but it feels like a like picnic in a what do you call it?
Well, culturally from North America, I mean, the wieners started in Germany or
okay, that makes sense. Closer to like a
right?
sausage or something, and it
100%.
works its way back.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing. I mean, it's kitschy, it's campy, it's, you know, it's fun. It's, you can't take it seriously. It's a hot dog, right? So, but you know, they did grab onto that, and
a number of people expressed how much joy it brought them being involved, and how it brought the fun back into art.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
You get stuck with these stuffy shows of the same kind of like landscape and portrait. And, you know,
I think you
still
see
life.
people who do specifically that like fun stuff, but a lot of time you don't see in galleries, right? And then it's like to have a whole space where this diverse range of artists are all doing this like fun topic, I think was really great.
Yeah.
I think that really connected with people. That's
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, and the nice thing is it's selling well, you know, and artists are selling their pieces, and you know.
I got a
which is
red
great.
sticker with my name on it. It's coming in. I'm waiting for the email transfer. They're like, I want to buy the hot dog, and I was like, don't send the you need a red sticker to the money right. So it's like, I was like, let's not jump the gun. No, I think
from a standpoint, it's like something like 10 pieces I know of have sold already, which is.
I know that first night. I don't know if it was you doing the
fantastic.
video, but it was just like red sticker, red sticker, red sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't necessarily see an art show as like a commercial opportunity, but I mean, there is that element to it, right? Because everybody that's doing it are trying to make their
Interested
their
in
life
it too.
from art.
Yeah. And that's
You know,
not how I
make it
saw it
commercial.
either. When I had the email to someone, I was like, what? I was like, really?
You wanna buy that?
I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You
Right.
got it. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's an opportunity, but it's from an opening standpoint, the reception was really well attended. There was really hyped by a lot of people in the community at large, which was really great, and then commercially successful too, because a number of people.
Yeah, to have both, like something that gets a lot of
Right.
excitement for people and
Yeah.
people
But
buy
I think
it
a
as
lot
well.
of the art was very, very reasonably priced as well. You know what I mean? It was within budget of like, you know, the community that would put something on their wall, but aren't looking to spend $10,000 on
Yeah,
it.
the Farside patrons and people who are going in to have a good
you know what I
night.
mean? 'Cause
Like,
there's art for everybody. There's
Yeah.
people that want to spend $10,000 to put something in their Manhattan condo.
and then
So
there's the people
that.
who, by chance, maybe sent me an email after too many purples. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
You know. We did the tattoo tarot card show at the Polyelia Gallery, or like Arcana, earlier this year, and you know, the people that attended the show, like our clients and friends and stuff, I feel, and they weren't unreasonably priced, the pieces, but I feel people, if they're going to spend $500 or $600, they'd be more inclined to spend it on getting tattooed.
Yeah,
than
that's
putting
tough,
it on
right?
their
They're already
wall,
in
right?
there, and that's the
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming out and talking about this hot dog show,
Yeah. Thanks for
the Hot
having
Diggity
me.
Dog Show. Appreciate you letting me be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Last thing I need from you is to say this has been a Because Design Matters exclusive.
This has been
Because Design Matters
Exclusive.
You guys had more synchronicity than any of the bands who have ever been up here. And then the second last thing is say who you are and that you've been watching Because Design Matters. This is the one that always throws everyone off.
Yeah. I'm Christopher Hall,
And I'm Karen Hall.
and you're watching Because Design Matters.
Because Design Matters.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
That
All
was
right.
terrible.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Brody.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
I'm Christopher Hall,
And I'm Karen Hall.
and you're watching Because Design Matters.
Because Design Matters.